All right, y'all. Welcome back to a new episode of the N1 podcast. And before I start, I would like to let y'all know that I do write sports articles on Stadium Rant. I do have an Instagram and one, the number one underscore podcast. And I do have a Twitter and one podcast 23. Now, the NBA playoffs are wrapping up. Well, before I talk about the playoffs, congrats to Rudy Gobert and Victor Wembanyama. Gobert winning Defensive Player of the Year and Victor Wembanyama being a unanimous Rookie of the Year. Now, I thought he would have been the first unanimous Rookie of the Year, but it seems like I have never done my research because there have been multiple unanimous Rookies of the Year. Ralph Sampson, David Robinson, Blake Griffin, Lillard, and Karl Anthony Towns. And now newly added to that list is Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year, one of only two other players to win Defensive Player of the Year 4 times. Those two other players being Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace. Now, I'm not going to say that Rudy Gobert doesn't deserve that Defensive Player of the Year because he was the anchor to that best defensive team being the Timberwolves. Now, that is insane. The Minnesota Timberwolves were the best defensive team in the league. They're one of the best teams in the league, and they're up 2-0 against the Denver Nuggets right now. That's wild, actually. I honestly thought this would have been a more competitive series, but so far, the first 2 games haven't been so competitive. Game 2 was not competitive at all. The Timberwolves were just they took over. Now I still believe that the Nuggets can still make a comeback. They can possibly win in 7, but I'm believing in Minnesota right now. I really am, and I already said this before. If the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets, they're most likely gonna win the NBA Finals. And Anthony Edwards has been balling like crazy. Now, I know that Anthony Edwards does not want to be compared to Michael Jordan. He said it himself. He doesn't want to, but I mean, like he has the play style, he has the mentality. Like he wants to kill everybody in sight. He said that in the Sun series, and he said it's not over until Game 4. Until we win, it's not over. That's that Kobe mentality right there too, man. That Anthony Edwards, man, as I said in the last episode, he's going to be the new face of the league. He's only 23 years old. I remember when we were saying that about Jason Tatum. And now look at him. He's not even the best player on the playoffs for the Celtics right now. But Anthony Edwards is currently averaging 32 points per game at 23 years old, by the way. 6 rebounds, 5 assists on 54% shooting. 54% shooting and 41% from 3. That is, oh my goodness. And this season, during the regular season, he was only averaging 25, 5, and 5 on 46% shooting and 35% from 3. That man elevated his game big time in the playoffs. And if he continues to play like this, I'm not going to lie, it's looking like Timberwolves in 5. I still got Nuggets in 7. I still do. I'm not a bandwagon. But if he keeps playing like that, the Timberwolves are going to win this series, definitely. That man, Anthony Edwards, said that he was going to avenge LeBron. He was going to avenge him, and that's what he's doing right now. He's avenging GOAT James. Thank you, Anthony Edwards. Avenge GOAT James, please, please. Because now it seems like Jamal Murray don't want to be playoff Murray when it's against the Timberwolves, huh? What happened? You're so pissed off that you had to throw a towel and a heating pad? I'm glad that he got fined $100K. I knew he wasn't going to get suspended because he hasn't done anything controversial. So, yeah, he just got a fine, which is basically like a warning, don't ever do that again. And I feel like next time if he does something like that, maybe not like throw a towel again, but like he does something outrageous like that again, then yeah, he's definitely going to get suspended. And last night, the Thunder, they blew out the Mavericks. Thunder is up 1-0. I still got Mavs in 6, but damn. They're up. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Now, honestly, Luka has not been playing. I don't want to say he's been playing bad, but he has not been efficient these playoffs at all. 28 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds on 39% shooting and 22% from 3. To put that in perspective, this season he led the league in points per game, 33 points per game, nearly averaged a triple-double, 8 rebounds and 9 assists per game, and he averaged 48% from the field and 38% from 3. So I don't know what's going on with Luka these playoffs, but he needs to get it together. Because if that efficiency stays like that, there's no way in hell that the Mavs are going to win. I still got Mavs in 6, but Luka needs to elevate his game like we're used to seeing him during the playoffs. And not to knock on Kyrie, not to knock on him at all, because he has been showing up these playoffs, but you can't really rely on Kyrie the whole time. Luka is the main option. Kyrie is a star. Luka's the superstar. Kyrie's a star. When it comes to the star players, stars have the potential to carry the team for a couple games, maybe, but they should never be the first and main option, because we already saw how he was with Boston. They honestly did play better without him, but that's not saying he's not good, because he can drop 40 on you any given night. He could drop 50 if he wants to in reality, but with that 40 piece, it could be super efficient as well. Kyrie is one of the most, if not the most skilled player of all time, but I'm not going to sit here, if I was a Mavs fan, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, Kyrie got to keep going. Nah, I'm not relying on Kyrie. I'm supposed to be relying on Luka. While Kyrie, yes, he can give you 30, while Luka can give you 35. But forget that, man. Luka should be giving you 40. Give 40, Luka. Kyrie could get his 30 piece. So, well, yeah, Kyrie is a great scorer. I'm not saying he's not. But I'm not going to sit here and say Kyrie should be the first scoring option, because he's not. He shouldn't be the first scoring option. He should be the second scoring option. And if he's hot, then just keep giving him the ball. That's it. But Luka needs to get it together, because 39% from the field and 22% from three is not going to cut it against the OKC Thunder. They may be a young team. OKC may be young, but they're really disciplined and they know how to play basketball. I mean, if you're in the NBA, you know how to play basketball, but they know how to play basketball at an extremely high level, especially for a team that young. Barely anybody, if not anybody, with some playoff experience, and they're playing this good. I mean, they played against the Pelicans, but they blew out the Mavs. Kyrie has finals experience, not just play. He has finals experience. Luka has years of playoff experience now. So, yeah, you just blew out a team where your two best guys have finals experience and playoff experience. So, yeah, watch out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I was not expecting them to be this good. Now, over to the Eastern Conference. I want to talk about the Boston Celtics versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs in 7. Please, Cleveland, boot Boston out of the playoffs, please. I'm begging you. I don't want to see Derek White anymore. I'm tired of seeing that guy. I'm tired of him. And I posted a little clip from my last episode about playoff Tatum not being him. And once again, playoff Tatum is not him. Against the Cleveland Cavaliers, 18 points on 36% shooting, 0 for 5 from 3. These playoffs, he is currently averaging 21 points. 10 rebounds is nice. 5 assists is nice. On 40% shooting and 25% from 3. This is your superstar. And he's playing like this? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Derek White and Jaylen Brown are both averaging more points than Jason Tatum right now. Derek White is currently averaging 22 points, and he is shooting 57% from the field and 50% from 3. Jaylen Brown is playing really good these playoffs. This is his redemption arc. Last night, he put up 32 on 66% shooting and 66% from 3. During the playoffs this season, he is currently averaging 24 points on 54% from the field and 38% from 3. You can call me a hater all you want. You can call me a casual. I don't care. I'm watching these games and I'm seeing Jason Tatum just getting some boards and passing the ball, and he's not shooting efficiently. In the first half, Jason Tatum had like 11 points on 4 for 12 from the field. Boston, that's your superstar? That's your superstar, really? Come on now. No, you got to do better than that. Now, a finals appearance, that's very nice. That is nice. You didn't win, and I'm going to let it slide because that was your first finals appearance, all right? Against an experienced Warriors team that has 3 guys who have finals experience, and they've won in the finals. So I'm going to let that slide. But ever since then, what has happened? 2022, that finals appearance. 2023, you almost got swept. Now, I'll be honest, that near comeback was very impressive. Very impressive. But it didn't happen. That was last year, all right? This year, he has not been showing up at all. At all. So I don't know what's going on with Jason Tatum mentally. I don't know what's going on with him. That's none of my business. But he needs to show up. Because, yeah, this is the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they don't look like a threat. Even last night, they were not looking like a threat at all. But everybody else is showing up except for Jason Tatum, the star player of the team. Now, if you go against somebody like New York or Indiana, a team that has beaten you in the regular season multiple times, or New York. Okay, look, New York, they're looking like true title contenders for real. I don't want to see New York in the finals. I really don't. I'll get to New York and the Pacers eventually. But this is my point. You are not showing up on the easy teams. No Butler versus the Miami Heat. That should have been a sweep. That honestly should have been a sweep. You should have just easily just scored like 25 points per game or even 30 points per game and then boom, sweep. And now Cleveland, this should be even easier. Because literally absolutely nobody besides Donovan Mitchell is showing up. I don't know what's going on with Cleveland. I really don't know. But nobody is showing up for the Cavs except for Donovan Mitchell. So again, that should be an easy series for you. But it seems like you're not even showing up for that. So if you're shooting inefficiently against the easy teams so far, what am I supposed to expect when you go against the title contenders like Indiana or New York? Yeah, and I count Indiana as a title contender. Hell yeah. Or if you make it to the finals, what are you supposed to do against Denver or OKC or even the Timberwolves? What are you supposed to do against the best defensive team in the regular season, the Timberwolves, if the Timberwolves make it and you make it to the finals? Now, I'm not saying Tatum is a bad player. Far from that. He is a superstar. He is a proven superstar. We got guys out there considering Tatum to be the face of the league. So if you're under consideration to be the face of the league, you're one hell of a player. All right. I'm just saying that playoff Tatum has not been showing up lately. And it seems like playoff Tatum definitely is not a thing because he's not doing anything. He's not showing up like the superstar that he's supposed to be. But enough about that. I'm going to go next to the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. First of all, Pacers in 6. All right. I'm rooting for the Indiana Pacers. I want the Pacers to win the championship. That is my favorite team to watch besides the Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers when Darvin Ham does not have his hands in his pockets. But Indiana, they're a very exciting team to watch. Really great team to watch. When the ball movement is clicking, oh man, Indiana, you can't beat that team. You cannot. But I said last night, game 1, Knicks are up 1-0, Pacers in 6, as I said. The refs finessed the Pacers. They finessed the Pacers. I don't know how you call a kick ball when you're reaching down for the basketball with your arm. When you tip the ball with your arm, I don't know how that's a kick ball, and you can't even challenge that. Why can't you challenge that? That costed the Pacers the game because the game was tied. The game was tied. Kickball violation. It leads to Dante DiVincenzo making a 3. Pacers are now down by 3. That literally costed the Pacers the game. Because why can you not challenge that call? You can challenge the foul calls. You can challenge out of bounds. Maybe, I don't know, backcourt. I don't know, bro. If it's a blocking foul or not, I don't know. But a kick ball, you can't challenge that? Why? Now we'll say this. Jalen Brunson. What, three straight games of 40 points in the playoffs? That is third or tied second, I believe, for the record. I believe so. He has 3 or 4 straight 40-point playoff games. Jalen Brunson is a superstar. He is a superstar. Was anybody expecting this at all when he left Dallas? No, not at all. But his emergence in New York literally has people arguing, is he the greatest Knicks player of all time? No, he's not. He's not. If he wins a champion, if the Knicks win the championship, yes, he is. But as of right now, it's Walt Frazier as the best, and I could put him as third best because don't forget about Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing did get them to the finals in 94. Was it 94? Yeah, it was 94 because 95 was Shaq. So if Brunson can get them to the finals, I hope not because I really do have Pacers in 6. I am rooting for that. I've been rooting for the Indiana Pacers for most of this season. All right. And if you don't believe me, you can backtrack to some previous episodes that are earlier in the season, I have been rooting for the Pacers since the in-season tournament. I have called the Pacers a dark horse for the championship, and I said if they can get another star after the Pascal Siakam trade, they're going to win a championship. But as of right now, they look like they can go to the finals. A championship? Not yet. I don't think they have the pieces to get a championship yet. But a possible finals appearance? Yes, I can see that. Pacers in 6. Please beat the New York Knicks. Unintentional bars. I don't care, but please beat the Knicks. All right. I don't want to see no more New York fans going crazy. New York, this is our year. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. This is the New York Knicks year. Okay. Let me tell you something right now. We're going to the NBA finals. This is our year. Go New York, go. I'm sick and tired of seeing that. New York fans are crazy, man. They're entertaining. I'll give them that. They are very entertaining and funny. But I don't want to see that. Miami is not in the playoffs anymore. We are not going to the finals. So I don't like anybody. Okay. I don't like New York. I don't like Milwaukee. I still don't like Milwaukee. And I damn sure don't like Boston. Boston, I really hope Cleveland beats Boston because I want to laugh at them. Oh man, but in all honesty, the playoffs have been very, very interesting, very entertaining. They have been great, all right? Because we are really out of the era where it's only just one team or two teams that we see going to win the championship. Now we got multiple teams. We got the rise of the OKC Thunder right now. We got the rise of the Minnesota Timberwolves, the possible Denver Nuggets dynasty, but it seems like it may not happen because the Timberwolves are knocking on that door. We got the rise of the New York Knicks. We got the rise, the future rise of the Indiana Pacers. The Boston Celtics can go to hell. And I hope we get Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, please come to Miami. That'll be great. You know, you come to Miami. Let's get. I know I said we should rebuild. I know, but I was in the moment. I still don't believe we should rebuild if something does not go right. All right. Now, Donovan Mitchell, you can come to Miami. You can come to Miami. Chill. We got beautiful women. We got beautiful beaches. We got beautiful homes down here. We got beautiful women, come down here, man. It's warm. It's nice. You can party if you want, come on now. And we need one more center. We need a center, an actual center. Bam Adebayo, yes, he's a great defender, but he's not getting rebounds that much. All right. I'm not relying on a 6'9" center to get some rebounds over a guy that's 7'1". Is it possible? It is possible, but we just need somebody taller to get some rebounds. Bam you could rely on Bam for the interior defense, but we just need a taller guy for some rebounds. And again, Donovan Mitchell, come to Miami, please. That's really it. That's all I got for y'all. Congrats to Victor Wembanyama. Even though I didn't really talk about him winning Rookie of the Year, come on now. Did you really think anybody else was going to win Rookie of the Year? Come on now. Now, yeah. Congrats to Victor Wembanyama for winning Rookie of the Year. Congrats to Rudy Gobert for winning his 4th Defensive Player of the Year. Indiana, please make a comeback. Indy 6, all right. Pacers in 6. Boston, like I said, go to hell. Cavs in 7. We got the Mavericks. Mavericks, do something. I don't know. Luka, you need to be more efficient, please. All right, Mavs in 6. And then Denver. I don't know what y'all got to do. I don't know what Denver has to do. I still got Nuggets in 7, but Anthony Edwards he's not even knocking on the door anymore. He's kicking down that door. He's not even being polite to knock on the door. He's gonna kick the door down. But yeah, I got Nuggets in 7 still. But with all of that being said, oh wait, one more thing. MVP should be revealed very, very soon. I still got Jokic winning MVP, but I will not be shocked if the other two, being Shea or Luka, wins MVP. But Jokic is my winner for MVP still. And with all of that being said, I'm out.